know, so much to talk about, and let's continue our look back at 2019 with Loyola Law professor Jessica Levinson. I was looking forward to this interview with you for days now when I heard that you were coming. First, let's kick it off. What was your #1 national political story of the year?
I think it has to be what the package that we just saw started with, which is impeachment. This is a historic moment, the third president in our history, in our nation's history, to be impeached. Even if he's not ultimately removed, this is going to be the first line in every kind of obituary, every postmortem that's written about the Trump presidency. And it shows the clash that we've been seeing during this entire administration between Congress, the president. We've also seen, all of these allegations of wrongdoing, potentially criminal wrongdoing, and then it ultimately came to fruition with a vote on impeachment.
And now we're at a stalemate.
Now it's going to be really interesting to see when the Senate actually gets the articles of impeachment, what that Senate trial looks like, because the Constitution doesn't actually give us much guidance for what all it says is the Senate has the sole power to try. It doesn't tell us what try looks like. We know that the Chief Justice of the United States presides in some way, but actually that's largely a ceremonial role. I think the American public is going to be really surprised by what a Senate trial actually looks like.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the #1 national political story. All right, what is your top state political story then of 2019?
So this is kind of a weird one, but I actually think it's this idea that the California legislature tried to pass a law that says you have to release your taxes in order to be on the presidential primary ballot. The Trump administration sued. They won in the California Supreme Court. So the California Supreme Court said you do not have to release your taxes in order to be on the ballot. Now, it's important to me because it shows this epic battle that we keep having between California and the Trump administration and how judges are answering the question of those battles. We've seen California sue the Trump administration literally dozens of times over the last 3 years. And so it's emblematic of that war that is only going to continue through either the next year or the next 5 years.
And with your legal background, do you think those taxes will ever be made public?
I don't, no. And particularly because President Trump had this big win from the California Supreme Court, I think that if he was going to release these taxes, there were maybe 17,000 opportunities to do so, and he didn't.
Okay, #1 local political story.
So this actually could have been the state #1 story too, but I think it has to be homelessness. There's a humanitarian crisis in Los Angeles. Homelessness, I believe, has gone up 16.5% in the last year. This isn't a fun political story by any stretch of the imagination. But if you look at the #1, 2, 3 priority for people who live in Los Angeles, for people who represent Angelenos, it has to be this. We have people living and dying on the streets every day. One of the big failures of the last Democratic debate is that there was almost no airtime. You're in Los Angeles and you don't ask the people who want to be the leader of the free world, what are you going to do about homelessness? It's a huge problem in LA. It's a big problem in California. And
I think it's been ignored for so long that they're just not used to addressing it as it's such a major crisis right now.
I think that's exactly right. And if you listen to the candidates, a lot of them talk about the middle class. Not a lot of people talk about poverty. And this is partly a poverty issue.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much. Again, Loyola Law professor Jessica Levinson joining us this morning. Come back again soon.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
Talk about the start of 2020 then.
Absolutely.
Here we go.